welcome back, YouTube. So I want to do a quick update to point out some of the things that we've talked about over the last few days, and it turns out we've been pretty spot on with our projections here and even gauging the correct zone. So I want to get into some details about what those are. We've been talking about this range here for Dogecoin between around that 30 cent mark and 33 cent mark, and identifying this area as our pool of liquidity, and also just kind of co-witnessing that with the fact that this is a gap zone. So if you have a zone where it's your pool of liquidity, but it's also a gap zone, in times of uncertainty, you're going to see extreme volatility here and price movements, right? And so this is what pretty much did today has been a great testament to that, because we were looking for a confirmation candle ever since we had this slight break above this fib line here, of rejecting slightly off of the 14-day, this yellow line. And yesterday we had very low volume across the board, and we're stating that this has happened back on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, where we had this slight break above the 33.72 to 33 cents mark. It was also, which also is aligning with the fib line, but we also had a low volume that next day, and we in fact had to go deeper into the liquidity zone before we were able to do a retest, right? So we talked about the possibility of that yesterday. Well, today we did something very similar where we were able to pretty much go deeper into the pocket here and grab liquidity, but it was immediately bought up, because the last time we had a similar price movement, we actually closed down there. Now, I understand this daily candle is still active, and I'm not saying it can't push back down, but this was an immediate buy compared to the last time that we were here. And so this price action here going down deeper into around a 31 cent mark, this was purchased. The buy orders came in and we're able to push up relatively close. And now this line is flirting with being green. I don't know if you guys caught that, but it's changing between green and red because it's giving us the potential to close green on the day, right? Now, the important thing to look at is, we talked about this the other day as well, is this being identified as like a swing zone, and traders coming in hoping to catch some of these candles down here so that they technically can do their little quick flip between something like a 26 cents and 33 cents. But it's not necessarily a lot of meat for them to do like that flip there unless they had like a huge position, but it's something to watch for, right? And if we close up here, or certainly above the 14-day, this could be signs of an opportunity here to have like a run to 40 cents. But again, the volume is too low to say that, and I don't think it's necessarily likely right now. But I am watching this to see if we're going to get a confirmation candle, or at least close above this, because right now the market is doing its yo-yo effect. You saw the dip that we had in SPY this morning, and pretty much we went down, I want to say in like the 570s, and then right after close, about 45 minutes ago, it recovered all the negative equity that it had in like the pre-market, and it's pretty much back to an equilibrium for the day. So pretty much that huge dip and projecting going down to like, I think 569, all that kind of stuff like that, it literally recovered that today. So things that we're going to have to watch here in the short term, because we're going to see some bumping around. But I want to point out that a lot of the things that we're looking at were in fact confirmed over pretty much today, right? We confirmed our zones, we confirmed the price action. Again, low volume today overall for a push upward, but volume in totality, especially this being bought up, has been fine. And we'll see where this candle actually closes. See, now it's green. So again, if we can close above this, that's certainly a good thing in the short time frame. But ultimately, we're going to be looking for a few of these things to kind of co-witness, kind of like getting this 14 and 72, this orange line here, getting that golden cross as far as to the upside, getting things like the pools of liquidity, the short liquidations, or the buy the positions, getting that somewhere around 77% to 23%. We talked about that in yesterday's video as well. Those are going to be some of the things that we're looking to kind of co-witness to give us that probability that we're going to have that run to around 40 cents. And the biggest thing is obviously going to be that 42 cents, but hey, first things first. So this is the big thing here. We're still in a gap zone. Every time that we were able to break above this here with some conviction, we had some extreme movement, which pushed us up to around that, at least that 40 cents mark, right? And this is, you can check this on January 7th, January 3rd, December 19th, and November 11th, right? So this is why we're paying attention to this this zone here, because so far 100% of the time we're able to get some price movement in one direction or the other at this point. So we're going to be paying attention to that very closely here over the next few days. So I want to take a look at one more thing just to kind of see. I don't think necessarily these numbers may have updated yet, but I'm going to take a look here at liquidations and a few other things just to kind of see. We may have to check in a little later tonight or tomorrow, because again, a lot of this is on a 24-hour time frame. So we saw the sales here. I think maybe it has updated. Right, look at the sells here. This is that big push down, right? 14.3 million in long liquidations compared to the short liquidation. So that's where a lot of that pressure came from. But again, it was bought up, so we'll see that probably. We're going to keep a note of this, and we'll see how that changes here as new data comes out. But that was relatively bought up, so we're still seeing the market say that, hey, that 30 to 33 cents for Dogecoin is still fair, as fair market evaluation, right? So slight cool off here on the long short statistics. Again, we just saw a lot of those sales come in. So yesterday, I think we're around like the 76% mark. Again, for that really, that really, I won't say parabolic, but I'll just say strong moves to the upside. You want to see something around like 77%. Those few percentage points makes a huge difference. But right now we're seeing around that 3-to-1. I don't say historical, but it's pretty normal for it to be here. Sometimes it goes around like 74. So if we're really getting bearish, but we're still seeing that 3-to-1 ratio here for long versus short. So the 5 minute 75, 71 to 24, 30, 75, 24, 1 hour, 4 hour, 1 day, all kind of say the same thing. It's versus 75 to 24 basis. So let's see where open interest is at. Obviously, open interest is down 1.8 billion today. And for those of you that are new, this isn't all inclusive, but we are counting exchanges like Binance, Bybit, things like that. So this is giving you certainly an overall idea of what to look for in the charts here. So 124 down 1.24%. We're looking for, one of the things that we talked about is the co-witnessing. So that's something that we're going to look for. For those of you that are new, we're looking to get around that 4 billion mark in open interest. So obviously we're a little less than half of that, but we had a battle today, and not just Dogecoin, Bitcoin as well. So that's something that we're going to kind of keep in mind here. So I wanted to put this on the books here, that we did identify those zones. Everything worked out perfectly. So it's something we're going to monitor going forward to see where this candle closes and to get an idea. Because if this candle closes certainly below, and we had low volume or a very weak push to the upside today, we could see a deeper run back down toward around that 30 cents mark to grab liquidity. But overall, we are in a very strong buy zone, as we prove yet again today. With that huge, let's see if I can go back, that wick on the buy, excuse me, that wick from the downside, it really came through just like we anticipated. So I have no, this is the wick I'm talking about right here. So we're going to leave everything as it lays here, and it's something we're going to monitor going into tomorrow. So that being said, just want to do that quick update. I appreciate all of you. If you have found value in the channel, please consider subscribing, like the video, share it with a friend, and I will see you guys in the next one.